Welcome to this section of Search and More, working with listing results. This is the default Bright Matrix results view, Agent 1 line at 25 per page. This view may not be for everyone, and the good news is you can create your own. The first thing I like to do is change from 25 to 10. It brings up everything from the bottom where I can see and confirm the criteria I've entered, as well as more immediate access to my button bars. I can use the previous, next, and page numbers to jump through my listing results. I can use the links to select all 47, none, or just the 10 on this existing page. In the display dropdown, I have access to switching up the view from Agent 1 line to the Agent 360 property report. We'll come back to the Agent 360 property report in a moment. To navigate back to the previous display, either use the display dropdown or use the breadcrumb links provided inside of Matrix. You do not want to use the browser back button in any live environment, but especially your MLS. If I want to start editing the fields that I see in front of me in each of the columns, all I have to do is click into the open space of one of those columns, and a quick edit window will appear. I can remove a column. I can adjust the line wrapping in that column. I can hover between two columns to double click and auto adjust the width, or I can do so from inside the edit window. I can click, hold, and drag columns anywhere I want them. And last but not least, I can insert columns. If I wanted to insert the days on market, I'm going to select for both the days on market and cumulative days on market, click apply, and it will insert it to the right. Here's a view to one of the custom displays that I've created. These displays still allow me to sort by simply clicking on one of the linked headings. I can select a few of these listings, come down here to the bottom, and select print. Here you'll see that I've made a number of adjustments, but I want to save those now. Up towards the top, underneath of the Results tab, you'll see a Manage Display button. All I have to do is give this a name. And once I've named it, click Save as Copy. You'll see that my display dropdown updates with my custom display. I can switch between my custom display or any of the other available displays provided. If I want to make this specific display my starting default so that I always see the information I want where I want it, I'll click the gear icon and set the current display, sort order, and count as my default. Let's take a moment to select a number of these properties and use the Refine button bar to narrow my results down to the selected 6. When you narrow your results to display on one page, whether that be 10, 25, 50, or 100 per page, you will now have the ability to click and drag them in the order that you want. Select only the one that you now want to print, and return to the Actions button bar to select the Print button. The three most popular and important print reports are the Agent 1 line, the Agent Thumbnail, and the Agent Full, which happens to be the most expansive report available. You can click Print to PDF to open another window where the PDF will generate. Many of these reports, like the Agent 360 property report, come with additional functionality and options. For example, I have the choice to choose to include the header and footer branding I've created in my matrix, or I can choose to continue without either. You'll also see that you can choose either header or footer. When working with the Agent 360 report, you can choose to print all tabs. Note that the Maps selection will only print if you have one listing selected. To select multiple reports, use your Control or Command key and select the multiple reports desired. Our appraisers will find the most value in both the appraiser report as well as the Agent 360 property report. The primary difference between agent or appraiser reports and client reports is that the agent report displays brokerage information and sometimes showing information. These are not to be used for clients. The client reports are not only available to you for viewing and printing here, but these are also the same reports that are available to your clients in their client portal. Let's go back to our results. Click on the MLS number to automatically jump into the agent full listing. You may have noticed there were quite a few icons in those columns on our results display. They will be constant throughout all of your displays and reports. These allow for you to maximize the amount of information that is available for you to click inside of your display. Popular icons include the listing history, community information, which also includes the school data, but especially the buyer and seller reports. If I have a buyer interested in this listing, all I have to do is click on the buyer closing cost icon to launch into the buyer closing cost sheet. We'll do that in just a moment. Let's switch to the Agent 360 Property Report view. In addition to making this a printable report, you can interact with this right here online. Scroll through and gain access to all of the listing information. Click on Public Records, Tax History, or Sale in order to gain access to those figures. Flood report, history, and sketches are also available individually in the 360 Property view. We also have multiple maps available. When viewing the Map tab, it gives you a satellite view of the parcel, the square foot and measurements of those parcel dimensions, as well as the floodplain map. These maps are completely interactive. You can switch from satellite, zoom in, and even turn on some of your boundaries and characteristics. We can return back to results, and we're ready to keep working. You previously had an introduction into your property types. In addition to searching property types, in the search menu, we have access to public records. Searching the public record information gives you the same access to the 360 report you get when looking at live listings. When printing public records, you have access to different reports. For example, there are both an Agent 360 and a Client 360 property report. BrightSearch also provides you the ability to print mailing labels. Mailing labels will print on the Avery 5160 label sheet. Whether searching property or tax records, there are a few different print options. I can click Print to PDF, which will give me a preview of the PDF itself, or I can click Preview. PDF generally tends to be better because the Preview button will show you the print report in the online format, just as a web page. It does not give you a true representation of what that looks like on paper. And then we have the Print button. Use your favorite print settings and click Print to print it directly to your printer. Click back to Results and you're ready to keep working. That wraps up this video for interacting with your listings.